Hi Richa, hi Tanuj, hi Akshay. This is Mahima from Desimartini. It's a pleasure to have all of you here.
Pleasure to be
Hi,
here.
thanks, Mahima. Thank you so much.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations for all the love that you have received for Inside Edge Season 3. Everybody has loved it. Tanuj and Richa, we have known you since the past 2 seasons, but Akshay, you're new and you have already become one of the most loved characters. I don't know how, but congratulations on that.
I don't know how either, but thank you. That's great to hear.
Great performance and your face, obviously. So yeah, so my first question,
It
the first question that I have for all three of
That
you is
is really sweet, yeah.
what is the best reaction you received from your friends and family for Inside Edge Season 3, starting with Richa?
They have yet to see it. I'm so sorry. My friends and family don't. I mean, we are friends and family for other reasons, but they haven't seen it yet. They're watching. They watched a couple of episodes right now.
Okay, so we'll just have to come back to you later. Coming to Tanuj.
My father was he just got done watching the show the other day, and he's like, I'm so happy to see India Pakistan play cricket again, even if it's in like a fictional world. It sent me down a trip down memory lane, made him very nostalgic about the 90s and stuff, where India and Pakistan would play a lot of white ball cricket, and yeah, so he was really happy, and by and large, I think people are really liking the shift in the tone, where we've retained what made the show work in the first place, but we have still taken it in like some interesting directions, even visually. So yeah.
That's wonderful. What about you, Akshay?
Well, my parents, unfortunately, my family doesn't really watch a lot of my work. But the best comment that I got, I know it's very sad, but the best comment that I got was actually somebody who works on the show connected with me, who is a
Yes.
part of the community, and told me that that it was a very accurate representation of the community, and I think that meant a lot to me because this person has really worked on the show, so they know the kind of graph of the character and all that stuff, and what the show means, but they also belong to this community. And my biggest thing while performing this part and while designing it with the director and creator and all that stuff with Karan and Ganesh was to make sure I because it's a very big responsibility to play
Yeah.
homosexuality in sports. It's a relevant topic, it's a very sensitive topic, it has to be treated as such, and I wanted it to be real as possible. Even though this is a masala big massy kind of show, I wanted my performance to be as real and representative as possible. So when I received that message, it meant a lot to me because like I justice to what responsibility of this.
Right.
Also, the last scene has taken social media by storm, the big kiss scene. What was your reaction when you read about it? It has come beautifully on screen, but what was your initial reaction for it?
Well, that's great to hear. Actually, my initial reaction was nothing different from it. I've done a lot of kissing in web shows. Richa and I share a beautiful kiss in Madam Chief Minister. I've kissed a bunch. So for me, the kiss was no different. It was just a character, just different gender this time. So it was treated as such. I didn't treat it any other in my mind, nothing differently. I think when I reflect on it now, I look at it differently. It's just you do things in character that you can't do when you're out of character. So in character, I was able to do it, and I remember it being a beautiful moment, shot beautifully. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, it's no different from kissing a woman on screen for me.
That's very nicely put.
Thank you.
Okay, coming back to Richa and Tanuj, now you have been a part of the show for a few years now, and everybody loves you. How was your experience of getting back into the shoes of your characters? Starting with Vayu this time.
It was amazing. Frankly, we didn't have much downtime between season 2 and season 3. So the way, okay, so I'm a huge superhero geek. The way I look at it is like, this is the end game to Infinity War. It's one massive season. We barely were like out of action for a few months, and then we started our cricket training camps and we started shooting again, So I think the engine was well oiled enough to not lose the character as such. I was very freaked out because we had a large gap between season 1 and season 2. So when I was coming back to play him the second time around, I'm like, oh my God, I hope it was not one of those lightning in a bottle kind of scenarios, But this time was a lot easier. but at the same time, you don't want to just do more of the same. You want to make the character as layered as possible, and you as well, the actor in me also wants to get to know the character I'm playing a whole lot better, you know. And luckily, with the writing team that we have, they allow us infinite possibilities to take it in so many different and interesting new directions. So it's been wonderful. There's a lot more responsibility on Vayu's shoulders. There's a lot more strife. There's a lot more struggle going on. Some external, some internal. You know, this constant tug of war going on. And like I've always mentioned, I've always looked at this character. At least I've always tried to play him not as the hero, but as an accidental hero. Like, he's not looking to do something heroic and all that. He just loves the game. He wants to do what is best for the game. Only now he's realizing it, that the game does not constitute of just one person. It's not just about him, but it constitutes about 11 people on the field, as well as all the support he has off the field as well. So yeah, it was really cool.
So your character has definitely grown in the past few seasons.
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah, I mean, at least that's the hope and intention, to kind of make the character evolve. You know, I mean, so yeah, and much credit goes to Karan and the writers, because I can only perform, and I can only open the doors which they show me, right? I can't just veer in whatever direction I deem fit. So yeah.
Wonderful. How about Richa aka Zarina?
I really enjoyed playing Zarina, and I think that she's quite a fascinating character, because who she is in season 1 is not who she is in season 2. In fact, she's the exact opposite. In the first season, she's trying to keep the game clean. She's trying to out the fixers. But in season 2, she herself, gets greedy, gets in on the big bucks, and starts to do the fixing. And in season 3, she just wants revenge against people who basically messed with her, or took away some of her power. And she goes to great lengths to orchestrate things without giving up too many spoilers. So yeah, I love playing Zarina because she's different every season. I try to keep a consistency in her from the point of view of her being an actress who owns a cricket team, co-owns a cricket team, but still a little bit insecure, very ambitious, and thinks she deserves the world. Quite complicated.
So how much do you relate to the character? Because she's a very strong personality. And I mean, maybe you have not faced this same situations in life, but when we talk about the personality, how much do you think Richa is like Zarina?
Not much at all, nothing at all. Because see, she's so bothered about getting external validation. She wants to be like the number one actress and things like that. So she's a star, yeah, I get it. But she's also conceited about it. She also has some arrogance about being a star. So I really don't relate to her, other than the fact that she's a woman in a man's world and she's an actress. Other than that, I don't relate to her at all. Like her origin story, and like I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not that person. But that's why it's fun for me to play, because she's so different from me.
That's
I
how
think
that's how good an actress you are.
This happens to me when I do a fukre or something, that people are like, "Oh, aap asal mein aise hi ho," and then they're like, "Oh, you're so quiet and mild," and or some other character. So I think everyone has shades in their personality. They're never only mild, never only angry. But guys, correct me if I'm wrong. If the character Akshay, Tanuj, if the character is very different from who you are as a person, isn't it more fun?
It's a lot more fun.
Always.
Yeah.
I find
Because you
myself
get
very
to do
boring
things
in
on
real life.
you get to do things on screen vicariously which you would never even think of doing in the real world, you know. So
Yeah.
Totally.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even wanted to know Akshay's opinion on this, because he was shaking his head when Richa was answering.
Oh, it's just because I know Riches very well, and when you asked, is the character anything like her, I said no, no. Zarina Malik and Richa Chadha are the total opposites of each other.
So how
So
would you
that's all.
describe Richa Chadha off screen?
Don't make me do it on screen. Her off screen, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful soul. She's in her own admission, she's kind of hippie like, free spirited. lovable and all kinds of kind, and I've loved getting to know her over the many years we've known each other.
That's sweet.
I won't say too much, otherwise I'll start blushing and like
Aww.
I'll feel like I'm
That's
sweating and I'll get uncomfortable. So I'll just leave it at this.
That's so kind of
It's
you.
okay. We'll just make you more comfortable and shift our focus to Tanuj for now.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Of course.
So Tanuj, you and Akshay share a very cute friendship, as we have heard before, because you have already worked with each other on 2 different series. How would you describe your off-screen friendship? Oh,
Actually,
Well,
Sorry.
three, but one that you'll never
three,
see.
but one never took off. And
One
actually,
never
I mean,
took off.
contrary to what people think, Inside Edge was the first show where the two of us worked together, and that's where we got to meet each other. And then the other show happened. But it's been a fantastic journey with him. I mean, we are part of an industry where I wouldn't say it's difficult for actors to be friends, but there are sometimes, I mean, it's a little complicated. I feel, especially because Akshay and me, we are in a same age bracket, usually vying for similar roles in films as well as web series. So, I mean, one would not think that there would be a genuine, true friendship over here. That there's a certain amount of reservation that can sometimes easily creep in, and competitiveness. But there's so many roles that I have done that Akshay was supposed to do, and vice versa. And we pick up the phone and we speak to each other about it, and we are very candid. We are candid to each other about the work we do. If we think if we really drop the ball on something and we're not good, we are even honest and candid about that. And sometimes we are, unfortunately, the way our personalities are with each other, we are candid on Instagram. We're candid like openly. So people start coming to all sorts of conclusions that, oh, what is this? How could he say this and this? But that's just us being frank. And it's very refreshing in an industry like ours and in a world like ours today.
Guys.
Where so much is just like, you just get told and you just say what you think you need to say and stuff. It's very refreshing to have someone I can call a friend outside of work, and so I think that's great. And because there's no insecurity over here, we are able to play these characters on screen and make them be the exact opposite of what our equation is in real life. Yeah.
Is bromance को किसी की नजर ना लगे?
Huh.
मैं सच में, I've been saying get a room and solve this.
Akshay, sorry, going to say
Take
bye
it
to
to
you.
the next
So,
step.
yeah.
Just tonight, my wife can stay home, darling, and see you.
All right.
Okay, so when the first 2 seasons have done so well, there is obviously pressure for you for the third one. The audiences have a lot of expectations. Did that leave you worried while you were shooting for season 3, starting with Richa?
No, actually, the thing is, when a show is being mounted at this scale, the people with the most power are the writers. They are the ones who have to, the creator, the writers. They are the ones who have to come up with new, unique storylines, unexpected cliffhangers, and keep the audience engaged. I don't think that any of us necessarily. I mean, at least I didn't feel the pressure of like third season and success. Already it's a successful franchise and a successful sort of mood, in terms of the story. So I didn't take that much about it at all. Sorry.
No, it's a very good thing that you didn't. It's great.
Yeah,
And I hope you don't take any pressure for season 4 also.
When we
There's a season 4.
Mahima just told us something we didn't know.
Breaking news.
Mahima knows maybe more than us.
No, I was hoping to get an answer.
Yeah.
We don't know. We will not know unless some big person from Amazon decides. We will not know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think all busy actors tend to get a bit detached from their work, at least in our, I want to say, level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Sadly, but it's true.
I had no pressure for very different reasons. Because when we shot season 3, season 2 had not even come out as yet. So I was feeling the pressure. Oh God, I hope people come back for the second season, because we've already committed to the third season. And of course, while we were doing press, we had to like put on our best poker face and be like, no, we don't know anything about season 3. So you never know, we might just have a season 4. Who knows? I cannot confirm or deny that. But I was just I guess when you're shooting, you're so immersed with what you're doing, and just kind of getting the band back together and enjoying and jamming about the whole thing, that you don't think about too much. But when we started inching closer and closer to release, because there's been a 2-year gap, and so much has happened in the world of entertainment as well as in the world in general since season 2 came out. So I wouldn't say nervous, but I was a bit like, oh God, it's been a lifetime since we shot this. I hope there's still an appetite, and I hope because we are not trying to reinvent the wheel, but trying to at least kind of like shift it towards Test cricket and some other important aspects of the game. I hope people welcome it with open arms. So there was that little I get little stressed. Yeah.
How about the new addition to the family, Akshay?
That's a cute way to
Welcome
put
to
it.
the family, Baba.
Hi, Junior. I think acting is all about relaxation. The more relaxed I am, the more I can just kind of let the part and let the character and let the scenes and all that flow through me, as opposed to being something with a lot of effort. I prefer to look at acting that way. So I try and do all the things I can possibly do to just stay relaxed, and not kind of like, build up this thing in my head. Oh, season 3, big show, lots of characters, lots of actors. So I didn't take any of that responsibility because I already had enough coming with the part that I was about to play and the cricket that I didn't know how to play. And I had all these things I had to come up to speed with. But I got very fortunate because with Tanuj, it was love at first sight. Richa and I are very good friends from before. The DP, director of photography of the show, is Vivek Shah, who shot Gurgaon. Amir Bashir was in Gurgaon. So I just, कहने का मतलब ये है कि like I pretty much knew everybody in the cast. And the director was new, so new to Inside Edge at least. So it was kind of an easy fit, and the family accepted me with open arms, and it was quite sweet. See, there she is, huggies. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. What an experience. Let's
hands for you.
Let's do it again, guys.
And now this is just making us wait for season 4 even more, if there will ever be a season 4. So before I take your leave, I just have 2 really mini and quick questions for all 3 of you. Other than your character, which character from this season is your favorite? Starting with Tanuj.
From this season, which is my favorite character? I really like the progression of Sapna's character this season. I think she had a lot more to chew off, and she did a fantastic job. So I would say Mantra. Yeah.
You like her on screen also, so.
Yeah. I mean, we are in a relationship on screen, so yeah, there you go, right? Yeah.
On and off now. That's great. On and off.
Okay, coming to Akshay.
Yeah. Mahima, I don't watch my own work because I get very sick to my stomach seeing myself. So I haven't seen the show yet. But from what I know and what little I've seen, because I saw 2 episodes at Tanuj Virwani's house, we did a little launch party. So I saw 2 episodes, and I would agree, I actually really like Mantra's journey in this.
How about Richa?
I actually think Mantra is possibly the character with the most meat in terms of just how much they've grown in this season. Mantra, basically, yeah.
Great. Okay, so now we are watching Inside Edge 3 on OTT. What are you 3 watching at the moment? Tanuj, you. I mean, let's go with you first.
Right off. So I'm planning on watching The Last Duel tonight. It's a new film that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have co-written, which also has Adam Driver has them starring and is directed by Ridley Scott. So I'm really excited. Plus, Akshay and me want to start writing our own stuff, so I'm seeking some sort of inspiration from there. What do you say, Baba?
That's a great idea, man. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, fantastic.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's
go some goodwill hunting, darling. Yeah.
Let's do some goodwill hunting, sweetie.
Yeah. Yes, that's what
I'm watching Tabbar by Ajitpal Singh. What a fantastic show. Ajitpal was the associate director of Gurgaon, and I absolutely love Paji. We've done a short film together that he never put out, so why Paji, why? But Tabbar is just marvelous on Sony
Really?
Live.
I'm
It is
gonna
the
watch
best
Thanks.
show of
next up.
the year.
Next
Great,
up.
now we
And
know
I'm watching.
what Richa's watching next. So that's great.
Yeah.
I'm actually, with all these lovely planetary shifts that are happening, I'm watching a show called Why Women Kill. It's a fiction.
Oh, I saw that.
What's it on?
What did you think?
It's on Netflix, right?
What did you think?
I loved it.
You know what's funny? Ali recommended it to me.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
He's like,
Aww.
no, but the show is about wives who murder their husbands.
Wives who murder Mahima. This is not so. This is not so. Oh, this is the opposite of
No,
awe.
no,
Actually.
I just hear Ali and Richa and I just go, oh, waiting for the Shadi ka card. Thank you so much for this lovely chat. I'll wrap up this interview now.
Right.
All the very best for all your future projects. It was great
Thank you.
talking to you. Thank you.
Likewise. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks
Mahima.
so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.